This video should have been up Friday, but I've been having problems with my internet and my network at home here. I've been working on it all weekend, and something's happening. I'm using data faster than normal, and I'm trying to figure it out. So that's the reason why I haven't put up this video. So the reason I'm here talking is that this is the last video before my meet. Not the last video before my meet. This is the last workout session video before my meet. I just need to rest more, and editing and rearranging the camera and everything for videos is taking up a lot of my time, and I really need to concentrate on my training here for the last week. So next week I'll start a series of the countdown to my meet. So with that, I won't have to really spend a lot of time working out, and also I won't have to be moving the camera around and doing a lot of editing. So what I'll be doing on this countdown to my meet, I'll just start discussing what I'm going to be using for openers as far as my lifts, and how I feel, and what I think is going to be happening. So until then, I'll be off the whole week here as far as putting up videos. Plus I still have to work on trying to figure out what's going on with my internet, and my provider. I won't mention any names. They're no help, and they're never any help. So anyway, I'll be getting back to you guys next week. So until we see you in the basement, stay healthy. Alright guys, today's deadlift day. I haven't done deadlifts in about 3 sessions. My glutes and my hamstrings were a little sore, so I thought I'd give them a rest. I'm 2 weeks out from the meet. I'm going to not do any more testing. I'm just going to do just basic workout. I won't go probably over 85%, and the next week I'll probably just do 80% most of the week. But that's all. No more strength exercises. So before we get going here, I'm finding out from some of my subscribers that they're not getting notified when I put up videos. And now that YouTube is taking all us little guys off of monetary aspects, we need to get all our videos to our subscribers so they can watch our videos, so we can get our watch time in. And most of my day actually watching or using YouTube is off my laptop or my computer. So I very seldom do anything on my phone. But for you guys that I have no idea how the YouTube app works on iPhone, but on the Droid, when you open up your app, on the bottom you'll see home, you'll see trending, you see subscriptions, and you see activity. And sometimes activity will have a number on it. So if you hit activity, then you have 2 things you can click, hit. It's shared and notifications. So all you do is just hit notifications, and then it'll give you a whole line of all the videos that you are waiting for from your subscribers, that you subscribe to down there. Or you can hit subscribers button on the bottom, and then it gives you a list of your the people you subscribe to, and then on the top there row you'll see all. You hit all, then you can check who you subscribe to, and then you will see their names, and then if there's a dot there, that means they have a video up. Now, not necessarily you might have seen the video, but for some reason it still comes up even though you saw it. It doesn't say that, okay, you already watched it. Now on the computer, you got that little bell. And like I said, I don't know too much about this app. Actually, on the phone, I very seldom use it, but this is what happens, what you need to do if you want to check and make sure that you see the videos of your people that you subscribe to. Now, on a computer, on your person that you subscribe to, you're on their channel, there's a bell that you click. When you hit that bell, you got to make sure that it says that you want to be notified for every video that that guy, puts on YouTube. If you click on there and it comes and says you don't want no more notifications, then you won't get notified anymore. So you got to make sure that bell is clicked for all videos to come to you. Also, go into settings and do the same thing. Click on there and say you want all notifications from people that you subscribe to. Otherwise, you'll get random, and this is what YouTube thinks that you will want to see, not that you want to see. So forget about what YouTube wants. If you want to see 100% of all the videos that are coming through for the people that you subscribe to, hit that bell, go to settings, hit that bell, I'm saying first, and then make sure that you're going to, it says you want all videos that are coming through, and also go to settings and make sure that's set, that you want all your videos coming from the person you subscribe to. So that's all I can do, that's all I can say. And every once in a while I'll check it out, because YouTube is having a habit for a long time now, for a year they've been doing this or more, is for some reason your subscribers are disconnected. So if you subscribe to somebody and you're wondering, well, man, that guy hasn't put a video up, it's because your notification bell somehow got changed. Your settings got changed, so you got to keep up on it. So, and I put a good video up and I have no views, and I have people that I'm subscribed to me and they're not watching these videos that I put up. The last video put up was the maintenance on the Rogue barbell, and I made a section, because you have sections. I made a section and put it in a how-to section. So that's another thing. When you go on a channel, click on videos. And when you click on videos, it'll most of the time show the last video that I put up. Also on the top there it says sections. Just hit that, and you'll go into sections, and you'll see what videos are in there. So there's two ways to check and see if your person you subscribe to put up a video. So I hope that helps. There's nothing else we can do, because YouTube runs the show here. So, but it's really aggravating me. I put a real good video up and nobody's watching it. Nobody's getting the notification. All right. So I'm gonna come back and then put my phone down and get ready for deadlifts. This is 155 pounds. I got a deficit here of 3/4 of an inch. Remember the last two sessions I had that plate. It was 2.5 inches. I think that was a little bit too much. So I'm going to do 2 warm-up sets with the 3/4, and then I'm going to do the rest of my sets strictly on the platform. So I'll be back after I get the phone over and out of my hand. I did a warm-up set of 125 pounds already. So this is 155 pounds, 3/4 inch deficit. All right, I got 170, still 3/4 inch deficit. 3 reps. All right, no more deficit. And this is 205, 2 reps. Keeps on rolling. It's got to be this floor that's a little off. I'm going to get some stall mats in here, and then I'm going to level this thing out. Because every time I come up on here, this thing rolls. And you shouldn't be adjusting. The bar should be straight before you even do your lift. Unless you're one of those guys that roll it out and come on in. For you guys that just come down and set up for the bar, it should be straight. You shouldn't be moving around because that's a lot of weight. Even though it's rolling, it's a lot of weight, and you can pull something in your back. Because this is not a twisting type exercise or movement. It's a straight off the floor and up movement. So the more you try to avoid any kind of twisting is very beneficial to your back. Alright, just want to let you guys know I'm not an authority, but it's just common sense. Twist your back with a lot of weight, you're going to pop something. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to know that. Alright, so you guys remember this was a deficit experiment. So, the last 2 times I did the deficit was with 2.5 inch deficit with that plate, and going down that low and doing a few sets with that deficit, and then getting rid of the plate and then going to the floor or to the platform to do the deficit. That 170 pounds, remember from the last video, it felt like a feather. Alright, so now I did 170 pounds with the 3/4 inch, and it didn't feel like a feather. It feels like a warm-up weight, like like you normally would do. As you warm up, the weight feels a little bit better. Well, it was 3 sets, and this 170 wasn't real heavy, but it wasn't like it felt like it did when I did that 2.5 inch deficit. So, but what's wrong now with that 2.5 inch deficit is that the movement is different. I'm going lower. My glutes and my hamstrings are getting stretched out more, and so they're getting worked sooner than they should. So now when I go and do the regular lift, I'm already exhausted. My muscles are weak already. I can't follow through anymore. So it was a great experiment. And what I'm going to do after the meet, I'm going to start doing deficits and doing reps with the deficits, so I can and sets, so I can get my glutes and my hamstrings, more accustomed to lifting from that position. And that way, when I get to do the regular deadlift, off the floor with no deficit, then the muscle won't be exhausted. So it was a good experiment. I learned something, but the bad thing about it is that I, like I said in the beginning of my training, that shouldn't be experimenting anymore, just stay with the program. But I was having problems pulling off the floor, and I needed to figure out why. So the deficit didn't exactly help me pull off the floor at 160 pounds. I couldn't even do, 160, 260. I couldn't even do 240 the last session because my glutes and my hamstrings were exhausted. So without having to worry about training for a meet and just regular training after the meet, I'll just be able to do more exercises with the deadlift, more volume, and get the muscles more accustomed to it. So that should help in the long run. So, all right, I just want to explain something because the deficits really help. It's just that it's a different position, and every time you change the position in an exercise, you're going to be sore the next day. And the glutes and the hams, they get sore quick. The next day I couldn't even sit down, I was so sore. And I only did two sets of deficits. So that's why I took off. It was a week ago that I did it last. I shouldn't have done it because I'm going to a meet, but it was useless to keep working it and not let it heal. All right, so I got 225. I'm going to do in 1 rep. All right, I bumped it up 10 pounds. So I got 235 on here. I'm going to do 1 rep. If you saw the last video, my deadlift session, I bumped it up to 245 and I couldn't get a rep. And then I tried it again, I still couldn't get a rep. So what I'm going to do here today, I'm going to do this and then I'm going to put only 240 on here. And I like to get 3 sets of 1 if I can. Nothing dramatic here. Just going to keep myself into the groove here. So, all right then. So this is 235, 1 rep. Alright, so now I have 240 on here. So, like I said, I'm going to try to get 1 rep. I like to get 3 sets if I can. So we'll see. Still got that same problem. Try it again, 240. Having a hard time here. This area is just weaker than crap. Still not gonna do it, guys. Sorry. Tried. I pull and there's nothing there. It's not going to go. Alright, this is for deadlifts. I'm going to do one accessory for the next 2 weeks. So we'll go over there. I'm going to do the straight arm lat pull down at the lat machine there. So I'll see you over there. Alright, I'm going to do some straight arm. Actually, it's not straight arm, it's a little bent. I'm using a rope today instead of a handle. Straight bar. Alright, I'm not counting the reps, I'm just doing it until I almost can't do anymore. What I'm doing is I'm pulling, I pull down to my thigh for one, and then the next rep I pull and I pull to my waist and try to bring my shoulder blades in. So one down to the thighs, one down to the waist. Alright, I'm going to do 4 sets of these. This is the second set, and I got 40 pounds on here. Okay, so I'm going to stay with the 40 pounds. Third set. Really feeling the lats. Fourth and last set. Alright, so that'll do it for deadlift day. And while I'm staying here, when the meet is over, I'm going to start doing some glute bridges for the glutes. I'm going to do more RDLs for the hamstrings. I want to do some leg presses. I don't have a leg press machine here, but I can do some leg presses here. And I'll show you guys how I'm going to be doing it. It's a real good exercise. But all I need to do is I got to put an extension at the end here, because when I do it, I lift this whole thing up. So, and myself when I'm pulling, because there's a hook down here where I can hook from the bottom. So I can cable it from the top and also from the bottom. But when I do, if I don't pull straight out and I pull straight, up like this, I'll lift this whole thing up, flip it over. So all I gotta do is just put a bracket, make a bracket in the back here, so that when I pull, it holds it and keeps it from, you know, tipping over. So that's what I'm gonna be doing after the meet. Start building up some more strength and get these muscles worked a little better. No more chores have to do that's gonna, you know, mess me all up and injure me. I don't have to fool around with no ladders and brushes and painting and rollers and crap around the house here. I don't have to worry about having 2 puppies I had to take care of for 3 months. So that's all over with. So this summer, strictly building muscle strength and get ready for next year's meet. So right now, just keep on working out, get these 2 weeks out of the way, get the meet out of the way, and start rebuilding. So, alright guys, that's it. Tomorrow's squats. Alright guys, like I always say, stay healthy, and I'll see you here down in the basement.
Don't leave just yet. Stay for the recap.
Alright, so here's the recap for today. Today was deadlift, and I started with 125 as a warm-up, and I worked up to 235. Then I wanted to do a few sets with 240, and I could even get one off the floor. So then I dropped it down to 145 pounds, and I did 2 sets of 10. Also, the 155 pounds and 170 pounds I did with a 3/4 inch deficit, I think. It might be 1.25 inches maybe. But anyway, it was lower than the 2.5 inch deficit. And what I found out is that when I did a 2.5 inch deficit in that video, I explained that the 170 pounds, when I did the warm-up set, it was like a feather after doing those warm-up sets with the deficit. But today, with the 1.25 inch deficit, the 170 felt just like a regular warm-up, how it usually feels when I first warm up. So the higher the deficit, the more those muscles get warmed up. But what happens is it gets exhausted faster too. And that's what's causing me not to be able to do the deadlift work sets. So anyway, after the meet, I will be experimenting more with this. So then after that, I went with the cable straight arm push down for my lats, and I did 4 sets. I did a first set with 30 pounds and then 3 sets of 40 pounds. So that was it for deadlift day. And stay healthy, and I'll see you down in the basement.
If you like the video, please like the video, share the video, and subscribe.